So that is the first signing that we made this summer. According to reports on Calafiori from Fabrizio Romano as well, Bologna expect Premier League clubs to bid for Riccardo Calafiori. Director of Bologna, Giovanni Sartori, said, I think he will not end up joining Juventus. Probably he can go abroad in case we decide to sell him. So it's going to be very hard to hold on to him, especially if bids come in for him, which we're expecting bids to come in for him. So this could be the closest we are in terms of making a bid, and it could be for Calafiori. Now, if Premier League clubs make the bid, I expect Arsenal to be one of those teams that will make the bid for Calafiori. Now, when we talked about Calafiori, it caused a week ago or something, we were talking about 60-70 million. Now, from what I've seen from different reports, I'm not going to put them on screen because I'm not like 100% sure that is correct. There's talk about 42 million. Now, we'll count that. If it's 42 million, it's crazy. Fabrizio also said, now that Italy are out of Euro 2024, Bologna expect Premier League clubs to jump into the race for Riccardo Calafiori. Arsenal are keeping a close eye on the situation, but let's see how they will move. He's been scouted by Chelsea this year. Liverpool could also be one to watch, though at the moment there is still nothing concrete happening there. But that was the previously before he said this. This is the latest. He has said that bids are incoming. Now, first up, do you think we should be jumping on this one right away, cause like without wasting any time? This bid should already be in. 40 million bid right away.
I think it's very important to talk to the player first before rushing into with the bid, because this is one of those where the player is attached to a team. He's got a team he wants to play for, and I think him being Italian, he would love to stay in Italy. He might be attached to the country, the environment, the people. His family are there, his friends are there, so he might be looking to stay in Italy vis-a-vis moving abroad. Not many players actually find it easy to move and adapt to life abroad, but they move there for the money, they move there for the experience, and so many other things. So I think this one where Arsenal should be quickly trying to talk in Riccardo Calafiori into signing for the club. This one is where you talk to the player and, make him change his mind. Try to show him the bigger picture. Why sign for Arsenal? Why not Juventus? Yes, you're not even a Juventus fan. You are a Roma fan, which is something I really, really like, because if he was a Juventus fan, we don't stand a real chance. But still, he wants to play for Juve as the biggest team in his nation, in Italy. We know that thing happens. But at the moment, Arsenal's biggest job is not Bologna. Arsenal's biggest job is not Juventus or Chelsea or Liverpool. Arsenal's biggest job is to convince the most highly sought after centre-back in world football that we are his real destination, that we are his best destination. That's going to take some time. It's not going to be about money. It's going to be about project development. If I go away from Italy, how sure am I that I'm going to keep my centre back position next to Bastoni? Because that's the question he's going to be asking himself. There's so many young centre backs there, in Italy. That's the first question he's going to be asking. What if I'm playing abroad and I can't get into that Italian national team defense? So that's why many of the players prefer to play home. Spain, we have seen you have a bigger advantage. Italy, Germany, and all these others. So I think this one, yes, jump onto it, but jump onto it in terms of talking to Riccardo Calafiori. Yeah, convincing the player at the moment.
Now, we've been linked to like 5 or 6 defenders this transfer window so far. Branthwaite, Hato, Kunde, Diomande, Ignacio, a couple of others, Kadioglu. Now, the two that have really excited me, like, wow, this, the kind of game that they play, number one for me is Calafiori, and I'd probably have Kadioglu by the style of play. Like, the fact that he's very good in terms of, creating chances up front, getting assists, and then he showed that to us playing for Italy against Croatia, and the fact that Italy did not have him in the game that they, lost very easily to Switzerland. I don't know, would you say is one of the big reasons why they lost that game easily, or do you think it's different reasons, or do you think him missing out was a factor?
I think his profile is very different from other players that Italy have, and his absence meant that they had to really juggle things a lot, and eventually it didn't work. They made so many changes. They had to change a whole style because they didn't have Riccardo Calafiori in that team. So is he one of the reasons why they lost that game? I think also the manager Spalletti, I could blame him, but 50% if Riccardo Calafiori is in that game, Italy play much better because it's got you looked at that midfield. They didn't have any brave player to carry the ball and just take it, take it forward. There was no life in that team. Calafiori, that's one of the things he brings. He brings life. He's confident, he's brave. He picks up the ball and drives through the midfield. He gives you a different option that many Italian midfielders actually do not have. So yeah, it's one of the reasons why they lost the game. Defensively, I think he's insane to be that good offensively and then be that good, defensively. It's absolutely insane. So I think if Italy have him, and they still have the team they played in the first game against Albania, I think they progress.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So again, looking at the chances created last season for Bologna, there sees the passing accuracy and what is done for Italy this tournament as well. So far, aerial duels, interceptions is very good in on both sides of the pitch. It's not easy getting a player like that. So they're discussing 42 million or something, but I'm sure Bologna would go for at least 50 million least, I'd say. But you never know. Maybe a team like Bologna would be happy with 40 million plus add-ons, and then that becomes a very quite a bargain, because playing on the left side, he can play as a centre back. Is, as we said, both sides as in terms of going forward and defending. It'd be a very exciting sign.
Calafiori to Arsenal? Hey! It's been reported that Arsenal have investigated the profile of Riccardo Calafiori, but as you know, because Arsenal fans are starved this summer, bro, I'm sure that we are interested and that we've probably already bidded for him and that he's probably on his plane here right now. Like, Bologna, we've already done business with you, bro. Tomiyasu, remember? We're basically besties, man. Like, you could just give us Calafiori for a nice price, Bun the Juve thing, bun the AC Milan thing, fam. Like, come to Arsenal, please. You think Arteta will allow this Maldini Nestor region to just not play for this club, bro? Well, you know how Italians are, though. I can't lie, they do not like to leave their country. But this guy played for Basel in Switzerland, bro. So maybe, just maybe he will come to England. This guy's been balling out for Italy this Euros, bro. I'm telling you now, fam. Imagine him in the defense of Saliba, of Gabriel, of Ben White, or Timber, and then Calafiori as the left back. Or cover for Gabriel as well, fam. But what does that mean for Kyoto if we do go on and sign Calafiori? Hey. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. But I think Arteta only has one option. It's to bring him in.